Alright, so this is the start of my JavaScript tutorial. I'm gonna go over the setup and I'm gonna start going over some arrays, show you the assignment operator and whatnot. Alright, so here we go. Don't mind the blue line right now, you'll see what that's for. This is just so I can see that it's working correctly. Alright, so here we go. So, first things first. Alright, so we just got a normal file structure here with an index HTML, which is this right here. We got a script JS, which is our JavaScript page, and a style CSS page, which, okay, there's nothing really in here. Margin 0, pattern 0 for the whole page, text lines, straight lines in the center. I just changed the background so it looks duller than bright white. And this is just for the return data. So it'll appear in this box, and that's why it's blue. That's all that is. Alright, so in the HTML, if you learn JavaScript, you're most likely already been through HTML. And if not, it's pretty simple. You can hit the shift exclamation point. It should bring you up a exclamation chart like this, and if you hit enter, it will give you a template of HTML file that you can use, so it's easier. In VS Code, if not using VS Code, not sure if other ones use that or not, just so you know. Anyway, so in our HTML file, we have our link tag, okay, and that's pointing to our style sheet, CSS, okay, we use the href tag for that. Let me take this off, okay, and rel, a style sheet, type, text slash CSS. You don't really need the type, but you need the rel and you need the href. Okay, and that just links us to the style page. Okay, now here at the bottom, this tag right here is just the cert running. I always put it just so I know it's running. There ain't no problem with it. It's just a habit I have. This div we will be using later to return data onto the screen. That's a little teaser. Okay, and our script tag, which links us to our JavaScript page, which is script.js. Okay, and we'll be going over this. Alright, so what we're going to do here is we're going to go over some arrays. Okay, we're assigning the array a variable, which is the variable array1. Okay, this is the array contents. It has 5 items in the array. Okay, first one 0, second one 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, just for future reference, that's how they are. So what we're gonna do is we have the array 1 here. Where is my console? Okay, so now what I'm doing is I'm just logging into the console. I'll pull up my console. Okay, so oh yeah, sorry, I got lost there. Console.log. Get your brackets. Oh, I'm sorry, not your brackets. I forgot what they're called. I'm sorry. Brain fart. Okay. In these quotes right here. Okay. That will just print the string array 1. Okay. Now, then you put this so it separates it. Sorry, lacking technical name right now. Array 1, which is array 1. Okay. And I should get these contents displayed on the console. Okay, so what you would do naturally is on your web page, you can go to your I'm sorry, no settings. It's been a while since I did it this way. Tools. You can go to a browser console or web developer tools. Either one will show you. Okay. Mine is open already right here. And as you can see, I have array 1. Okay. Notice how this piece right here is printed right there. Okay. That's the only reason for that. So it's organized. Okay. So we're going to open the array. This is what it looks like closed. Okay, and then we got 0, which is ball, 1 is football, 2 is soccer ball, 3 is ping pong ball, 4 is baseball. Okay, the length of it is 5. Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 items. But when you count them, you always start with 0. So it would show 4. Okay. Now, back to the JavaScript page. What we're gonna do here is we're gonna release array number 2 is open. Okay. So now we're gonna uncomment that. Okay, so now we're gonna console log array 2, which its name is array 2. Okay, which is right here. Bat, gloves, hockey stick, paddle, racket. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. We got 5 items. So there's gonna be 4 items that are returned. Okay, so we go down to the console. Let me clear that out. Refresh the page for it. Looks a little cleaner. Okay, array 2. It's 5 items again. But different names. Different items, I should say. Okay, 0 bat, 1 gloves, 2 hockey stick, 3 paddle, 4 racket. Okay, the length's 5. There's 5 items. We always start with 0 in an array. Back to the JavaScript page. Okay, so now we're gonna look at array 3, which is combining both the arrays. Okay. Now what this does is assigns array 1 plus array 2 to combined arrays variable. This is the combined arrays variable. Okay. So we got array 1 plus array 2, which will add array 1 plus array 2, and it'll assign it to combined arrays. So now when you call combined arrays, it will call both variables, array 1 and array 2. Okay. So let's see what we got here. Alright. So what we're gonna do is now we're gonna console log combined arrays 1 and 2. We're calling the variable combined arrays, which is right here. Okay, see? And it's gonna log into the console. So we're gonna look down here. You'll see combined arrays. Okay, 1 and 2, ball, football, soccer, ball, ping pong ball, baseball bat, gloves, hockey stick, paddle, racket. Okay, what's an array 1? Ball, football, soccer ball, ping pong ball, baseball. Array 2, bat, gloves, hockey stick, paddle, racket. Great, it's all there. Okay, you notice the difference here from the previous ones? It's just like grayed out the whole thing. It's because it took the contents and added them together. So now it just comes up as one big string. Okay? It's not actually calling the array itself. It's turning it into a string now. I mean, it's not really turning it into a string, but kind of worded that a little wrong, sorry. Okay, so now we're going to move on to... Oh, we got a double number here. Check that out. That's cool. Alright. so we're gonna comment this out here. Okay, so what we're doing is we're making an array from a new array. So we're making an arrays equal, we're using a new method, okay, new array. Okay, so in that new array, we have the items of new item, old item, ball, towel. So when we call arrays, which we will down here, it should give us the items in from new array. So it's taking this array and assigning it to arrays, and then calling it in the console log, okay? And we're just using this as a label, array 3, which it should be actually 4. We name 2 with the same number by accident. Okay. So now when you console log that, we're going to look for array 3. Okay. And we're going to see array 4, okay, which there's 4 things, 4 items. That's why it's like that. Array is 4 items, okay, length 4. 0, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. New item, old item, ball, towel. Okay, works perfectly. That's creating an array using the new method. Not as in a brand new method, but the new word method. Okay. So we're gonna go to another way to make an array, or add items to an array. Okay, so what we have here is we have array number 4. Okay, so items are, it's an items array. Okay, so we make constant items equal brackets empty. Okay, so we have an empty variable. This is an empty variable. Now we're gonna add items to the variable items, making an array in items, basically. Okay, so we're gonna call items, okay, brackets 0, which would be the first item, and we're gonna make it equal tier. And we're gonna do the same again, but instead we're gonna change it to 1. That's the second item we added, and we're adding squares. And then the third item, which will be 2, okay, we're adding sweets. So now when we console log the items, it will give us an array of the items we added to the array. So we have the console log. This is array number 4, and we're logging items, which used to be this empty array. Okay, so we got down here array number 4. We're gonna open it up, and we have tier, squares, and sweets. There's 3 items in the array. Length 3, 0, 1, 2. Okay. Now you notice how we got the 0, the 1, the 2, and on the side of it, each name, take note of that. 0, name, 1, name, 2, name. So basically what it does is takes these and puts them in to an array and assigns it to items as their variable. Okay. Next one, we're gonna do with the array 5. Okay, so we're gonna access the array element by the index number. Okay, which I showed you up here. We were adding by the index number. Okay, now we're gonna access by the index number. So we have an array. Okay, These are the items in the array. Now we have the variable name, which holds the items. Okay, I named the variable array index, just because we're dealing with the index. Nothing fancy. Okay, so now what we want to do is we want to call this variable and pick a name, well, pick an item by the index. So ball would be 0, football would be 2, soccer ball would be 3, ping pong ball would be 4, baseball would be 5. Okay. So we're gonna console log just a name. Okay, we're gonna log array index, use our brackets to access the index number. Okay, and we're gonna call 1. Okay, so like I said, ball is 0, football is 1, soccer ball is 3. So we called 1, we should get football back in the console. What do we have here? Array 5, and we have football. Okay, well, let's call array 0. Okay, now we have ball. Do one more time. Let's call 4. Okay, number 4 is ping pong ball, I think. Oh no, baseball. Yeah, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I'm sorry, baseball. Yep. So we're looking good. That's accessing the item in the array by the index. This is the index of the array. Well, the index. Okay, so yeah, just confused myself. Alright. Array index is the variable, and 4 is the index of the array. Okay, array index, the variable, and then 4, which would be the index of the array. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Hope you understood that. Sorry about the confusion for a second. Okay, so now we have, let's see, let's take a peek at an object, which is basically like an array also, just a little bit different. Okay, so what we have here is a person object. Okay, constant person is a variable, and we're saving this is the object. We're saving to person. We call it a person object. So it's the person, okay, and it's the object of the person. Okay, if that makes sense. So we use the curly brackets on this, and then we use labels. Same idea as an array almost. See how we have the same thing? But we're using labels now. Okay, we have age, we have last name, L name, first name, J, last name, Bo, age 43. Okay, so now when we console log it, we log console log person, which is the variable person, and this is the object. This is what we get. Now you notice how it's different than the last ones. These say array, this one says object. Because now we're dealing with an object. Okay. So under that object, then we'll be underlying things with that object. Okay. So we open the object, and it has the same thing. First name, last name, age, and 43, which is an integer. Okay. Now, in order to, we can access the object by dot notation. So if we take, say, first name, okay, we copy that. We put dot copy first name, console log it, look just like this. Okay, what do you think we're gonna get? We got the first name, J. Okay, which is first name right there. Now, what if we do, say person dot L name? We get the last name, Bo. Okay, we're accessing the object by dot notation. You see how we're using person dot L name? Okay, so we're accessing person, and then we're hopping to L name, which equals Bo. So we put person dot L name, and the console will read Bo. Okay, so we're accessing it by dot notation. That's why we're using the dot here. Okay, and for that list, I'll show you the age. And 43 comes up. Alright, and also, what could be done a step further here. Okay, so now what we're doing here. Now, if you look on a page, now see how up top here we had array 1. We have ball, football, soccer ball, ping pong ball, baseball. Array. Ball, football, soccer ball, ping pong ball, baseball. Okay? So what we're doing is we're making a div tag. Okay? We're giving an ID equals return data, closing the div tag. Okay? Then in JavaScript, okay, we're assigning it to a variable of data. Well, I should say, I'm sorry. We're making a variable data, okay? We're accessing the document, which is the page. We're getting the element by ID, which is return data, okay? Return data, and now we're gonna put it in the page by dot inner text, which is a method, equals. This is what we're printing out for a label, array, which is in quotes. Now I'm using a plus to add stuff to it, which is just a dash in quotes, and another plus to add the array, which is array 1. Okay? Which is top of the screen, array 1. So now I can add the other arrays also if I wanted to. See how it changes? Array 2. Where's array 2? Here we go. Array 2, bat, gloves, hockey stick, paddle, racket. Racket, paddle, stick, hockey stick. Yeah, I know. Gloves, bat. Okay. So we just send them the data to the page. Just a little teaser. That's all that is. Thank you for taking a look at my arrays. This is a few ways to deal with arrays among many. And I will go over more as we go along. I'm going to try to cover as much as possible. I appreciate you taking a look. Have a great day.